Hey guys, welcome back. Today I have another flip through to share. This is the second journal that I've made using, the Vogue 100-year anniversary magazine and other kind of fashion-related themed ephemera. Last week I uploaded the first book that I made, and I actually felt quite inspired to make a second one. So this is the second, and it's also for sale. The first one has been claimed, and this one is, I think it's a bit different in terms of sizes, but not in terms of pages, of the page number and sort of ephemera type and stuff like that. So I will measure it with you. It is 22.5 by a bit over 15 centimeters, and the spine is 5.5 centimeters. So I think it's a bit more narrow than the first one, but it feels really good in the hands. It has 5 signatures, just like the first one, and this time I decided to let the top of the page pick out, and same as on the side. And I've used the same beautiful cotton fabric than the first one, and the same antique lace. So for this one, I decided to tie it with this ribbon. I guess it's a gift bag ribbon from Louis Vuitton, and it's loose, so you can remove it if you don't like it for this book. I actually sent also a piece for the future owner of the first book, so that she can decide if she wants to put it on this book or in her future projects. And so yeah, let me show you one more time how it looks like. So I used a book cover, and actually I'm realizing now that you can see a little bit of what was behind. It was a bird book and I just reinforced it. I used some repair tape, like repairing book tape, some very strong one to reinforce the spine. And then I just covered it, and inside I lined it with this pretty, it's a handmade paper, and it's really pretty. It has this nice silver details, and a very soft green. And I did the handmade paper pocket, just as the first one, and inside I tucked the very last postcard from Chanel that I bought in Paris. So this is the last one that I got in my collection. Next time I will buy more, I think, because they're so pretty, and I just thought it went super well with the soft background here. And we have a little magazine clipping of the Guerlain La Petite Robe Noire, and you have all the explanation and the date of creation and the family of perfume that it belongs to and stuff like that. So that can be nice to collage with. And so I don't remember if I said it, but it has 5 signatures, and in each signature I believe there are 8 pages folded, except for this first signature, because I forgot. I don't know how I did that, but I forgot to bind one page, but I just added, I clipped it so it's not lost. Anyways, the first page is this beautiful kind of light purple scrapbooking paper, and I made this journaling card out of a beautiful image of perfume. And this is, my mom received last Christmas some soap from Fragonard, and so I asked her if I could keep the packaging, and I just fussy cut out lots of small perfume bottles, and you can use them throughout your book in your collaging. So that's for the first page, and I tried very hard to keep it simple, just like the first one, because I really want the future owner of this one too to be able to create what he wants in it. So I just made this little collage here. It sort of can act as a frame, so you could add a picture and, you know, just washi tape this Chanel number 5 cutout, perfume cutout. But it's really, you can remove it easily. We have our antique paper with some script and the first magazine page, and I love the design of this page. So that came from this book here, so the magazine that I didn't show you in the first one. I still have many pages left, but yeah, I put my favorite in the 2 books. So yeah, that's the other side. Again, a little bit of collages with some vintage and antique papers. So this you could cut these shapes out, or even the words here, and do some collages with. And actually there was another part of this advertisement, and I cut it out and I stuck it onto one of the pages. But you'll see some beautiful designer paper, scrapbooking paper, and I just fussy cut out this this necklace and I glued it down. This is a removable piece. You don't have to use it, but I thought maybe if you want to create more like organized book with sections, you could create a table of content. So this is some Japanese paper, and I just backed it with the very last piece of this watercolor from Paris book. So yeah, and there are some frames, journaling cards that you can remove and place somewhere else in your book. So this was the page that I forgot to bind. I don't know why, but there are some sample from the sticker book of John Darien that I showed you in the first video. Some designer paper. And this is part of a perfume book that I have. And I just glued down this, I just like the font, and it says happy 100 anniversary year, Vogue Paris from RT, and I don't remember who is RT, but I think it's a designer. Here, just some journaling cards that I washi taped. This is a piece that I received from my creative studio, and I have a collab coming. Well, actually I already received the box, and I already made a first collage with all the bits that Amanda sent me, but I wanted to create more ephemera with you on camera, and I will do that when I have time, but I will soon talk more about that. And I have a coupon code for you as well, and that will come in the next video. This time I bound some of the pages from the magazine that I really liked. So this is an old Vogue. I would say it's from, I don't know, maybe the 80s or the 90s, but you can see Catherine Deneuve. And this is a beautiful picture of Sigourney Weather. Sorry if I mispronounced that. But you know, the actress that plays in Alien, and she, it was in the perfume magazine that I have right here, and I just loved the tones, the image. I think it's really romantic, and I don't know, she has a perfume, that's why they put it in the magazine, and so that's really pretty. This is the back. There's a photo from a photo shoot. Trying to use up the printables that I have, so this was a piece that I had left. Inside it's a little tuck, and we have a stationery bit here and some Chanel perfume cutouts. This is the middle of the first signature, and here, like the first one, the first book, I used some beautiful plates of flowers that comes from the sticker book, and then there's just this this beauty image that came from the Vogue magazine that I backed with some scrapbooking paper, so you could use it as a journaling card. And then I just created a pocket, a side pocket, but really I left it blank so that you can embellish it yourself and, you know, do whatever you want on it. This is actually the other part of this advertisement, that I cut some pieces and just put it in the book. Again, some washi taped cutouts. I really like the layout. In the book it was like a chess game, like a chessboard game, and so you had all the black and white pieces, and I just cut these out and put it throughout the journal. I stuck this envelope to the page, and so we have a pocket with some scrapbooking cards and a label. This comes from my creative studio. This is a great collage piece. Just a collage layout. So this is some avocado dyed paper, a piece from Vogue, and then scrapbooking and vintage pieces. And you can actually sketch here. Oop. This is a journaling card that I made with a fashion image from the Vogue magazine, and I just backed it with some random piece of paper. I'm trying to use my scrap. And this is a cutout from a printable that I had, and then I just added this pretty ribbon. We have a tuck spot, a sticker from the John Darien sticker book, a little label here. This is a piece from my creative studio, and this is a pocket that I made with some scrapbooking paper, and we have this stationery piece from Maria, and then a little kind of a collage cluster that I made into a little tuck, and this was supposed to be a brooch, but yeah, so I just cut it out and you can use it for your collages. Some labels, and this is the second signature, and I created these little really easy tabs using scrapbooking paper and some letters cutouts, and so you will have fashion, jewelry, and perfume. So that can be used in your table of content. You know, you could write, like, maybe the first section would be the fashion section, and then you could use it to you know, in the first section, but that's, well, you can of course not use it. It's just an idea for you. And this is a pretty magazine image. This comes from a completely different magazine, but I just love the bright colors, and you can see these are pins, hat pins, I believe. This is a layout that I created with some Your Creative Studio pieces. So this came into the box that I received. It's really pretty, and I just created a sort of frame, a collage frame for it, so that it gives a bit more interest in the book. But you could write, you know, you could write information there, here and there. I love this picture, and I just backed it with some paper, so you can write behind. And then this is from this perfume book that I have, and I'm going to show you actually a book that I got in the thrift shop, and it's vintage. It's called Perfume, and it has all these bottles, and inside it's only there are only perfume advertisement which are vintage, because this book is from the 90s, I believe. And so you can see I already tear some pages and used it up a little bit, but I'm thinking of doing a journal with this cover because I love it so much. I think it's fun. Let me know what you think, if it's a good idea or not. But so this came from this book, and I love that there's some writing space. This was for a Kenzo ad. On the back we have a little pocket and some journaling space, and this is another printable from Maria, printed onto some kind of tissue paper like paper. And a beautiful illustration from this magazine right here. I love the colors and the layout. And there's this beautiful image with the florals behind the perfume bottle. And this is just something that you could use also if you're like sketching or just doing mood boards. Maybe you could create your like fall winter mood board somewhere in the journal and just stick it, you know, as a title or something. And then there's this label. Another this page is shimmery. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but there is another perfume page. I love the bright colors of this one. This is from Christian Lacroix perfume. Another handmade paper with silver designs. Notes for your notes. And then we have this antique deed for a sale, and there's this vintage calendar from 1988. Piece of collage for collaging. There is the same stationery set with this lady shopping and the glitters and the blue envelope. On the back here, this one is actually, now I can see the date, is from 1894, so it's antique. And we have this journaling card made out of scrapbooking paper, and then this label and this fun journaling card. I just love the colors together, and especially with this bright red image that came from Vogue. We have some John Darien stickers, and then here you can plan your ideas and just sketch or maybe just write notes. So there are a few pages here for your notes, note taking. A beautiful ring, and also a collage piece that you can remove. Here you can see the shimmer, I think, so that can be a nice background. And there's this is the last piece of jelly print that I did a long time ago, and inside I put another set of fussy cutout jewelry. These are a little less, I left a white border around because they are they have white inside as well, so but you can still use them in your collaging. And there are some beautiful watches, that's the word. And yeah, just some fun bits. I made this little frame with a beautiful part of a beautiful image. I just like the colors and the crystal bottle side of the Kenzo advertisement. And this is another envelope that I tucked here. And then we have a photo shoot photograph. This is the third signature, I think. Yeah. And so this one I also added, and this is actually my last piece that I got from Maria. This is the Vogue Crane & Co. Stationery set with this super heavy, like cardboard-like piece of leather, I guess, and the beautiful lining with the Vogue image. So that's for the future owner. Here we have a John Darien sticker sheet. Just a piece of handmade paper to reinforce the page when you turn it over. I added some lined paper, some vintage lined paper for your writing. There's a little tuck spot with a brand from Milano. I don't know this brand, but I thought it was quite interesting. And there's just some collage bits. This is the second very simple kind of tab here, and we have this beautiful image. I just find it so, I don't know, romantic. And you can use that to create a journaling card, for example. This reminds me so much of when I was younger, because yeah, it's this design is quite old actually, and I was so glad to find it in a newer, magazine. It's from the Lolita Lempica perfume, and I've always found it so beautiful. Yeah, so whimsical and pretty, and I just thought it went well in this journal. This is an antique page from the Femina magazine that I reinforced with some vintage paper. Another part of this advertising cut out here to create a little frame, and we have a journaling card that says happy birthday, happy 100th anniversary. And I just washi taped this graph ring with a diamond. A very simple tag that you can further embellish. This is some designer paper, and there is a little tuck here, and I just tucked this Armani perfume bottle. This is some beautiful scrapbooking paper, the very last piece that I have for this one. And another watch advertisement. So you can, oops, sorry, you can use both sides. And actually on this side, I just added a sticker, but also these words that says silhouette number 1. So with these words, you could create several silhouette or maybe fashion inspired sketches, or using these illustration that I will send with this book. You could fussy cut these out, those that inspire you, or maybe there are some elements that you would like to, I don't know, that just inspire you for a mood board or something. And so you could glue them down or fussy cut them out, and then, use these words to create your silhouettes. I don't know if it makes any sense, but I have had a specific idea in mind with this, so you can use it however you want. But that was my idea. And this is Marilyn Monroe with the Chanel perfume bottle, and I just found this word that says great, like a moment of grace, and I just thought it went well with her expression and her using the famous Chanel perfume. We have a journaling card here made out of a perfume bottle image. This is stuck to the page, but I guess you could remove it easily by tearing out this piece. This is just a label. This was another brooch that I fussy cut out. I really like this advertisement. I find it really fun. This is a Moschino. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that, but yeah, I just love the colors on this one. And here I just taped some journaling card, and on the back you have some flower designs. Another sticker from the John Darien sticker book, with all the colors, a bit of collage. This is the third tab and the second to last signature. So there's, of course, the ledger paper here. Just some words that I didn't want to throw out. Oh, I will try to put it on the screen, but yeah, it's a perfume related expression, I guess. And we have another of this tear out from the magazine that says happy birthday. I think that's Michael Kors. I'm not sure, but I think I saw that. This is another of the handmade papers, and this one has stitching, and I thought it was super pretty and bright, colorful. I just wanted some of these papers in the journal. This is from the magazine, and again, just some cutouts of beauty products and some journaling cards that you can remove. This is a pocket with these gorgeous perfume bottles. Another piece that you can use for your collaging. or just write on the back. This is from your creative studio. This is a scrapbooking paper pad card. And then another beautiful image. I really like this one too, and you can back it to create a card. I just sticked this image of the perfume here onto this page. You can remove that. There's another color swatch here, and then a lots of writing collaging space. Another of these info kind of clippings. For this time it's for the Dior. It's for the Dior Poison. Another image from the Vogue magazine. I really like this one too. This is against fur, like against yeah. It says rather be naked than covered in animal fur. This is the last signature, and I made a tuck spot with these. It's sturdier, and I think it came from the back, you know, the magazine covers. So, and we have a scrapbooking, like a designer paper pad that I thought was cute, pretty. Another scrapbooking paper card. This is a tuck spot, and this envelope we have a stationery piece, some more journaling space, another word cutout, and then these are the ones I was talking about, like the black and white small images that I just stick down. This was part of an advertisement, and I just love the design. You could fussy cut them out and create your collages with, but I didn't want to throw away this piece, so I just added it in this journal. I have some writing space and a handmade card. I don't know if it's a card. It's more like you could use it as a. You can actually write on the back. You just need a maybe a thicker pen or something. But this is some tissue paper, and I just covered the back of this pretty jewelry picture. This is the stationery. I have a few more left. You can use to write letters, send them out, or just in your journal. This is just like the cover of the Vogue magazine, and yeah, it's perfect. So a label that I stuck onto this page, and then we come to the last pages. We have a few more of these pieces. So this is a Yves Saint Laurent bag, and I believe this was a Chanel jacket. This is from your creative studio, and I just created this frame around the cute ephemera piece. And then we have two journaling cards. The last page is this envelope that you can further embellish, but inside I put lots of words, lots of random words that you can use in your journal and that can inspire you to create your mood boards. And yeah, I'm not gonna take everything out, but there's nothing I like to throw away, so so I just put it in the journal. And this is the back of the journal. And yeah, this is the new, I will say, this is the volume 2, and this is the last one. Maybe I will create, with what I have left, I will create another bigger journal, maybe using this cover. I don't know yet, but for now I will take a break from these and try to create something else. If I don't receive a message today on Instagram, then I will put it for sale in my Etsy shop. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know which one you prefer, and thank you so much if you watched until the end. I really appreciate it. I forgot to mention that this book will come with this handmade, this is just a watercolor paper that I stuck a collage page that I made. So this was using the jelly plate. So this like golden and like colorful prints. Then there was this transparent sticker, those labels, cutouts. I just used some watercolor, and this is a hand-stitched pocket that I made. And so this is just a floating piece, and I added all the cutouts that I didn't put in the journal. So lots of fashion inspiration, and even some parts of, you know, models you know, like you can use for, I don't know, create your layouts, I guess. So thank you again so much for watching. Have a great day, have a great week, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.